Hey, welcome back, YouTube friends and family. It's your boy AJ Red, and I'm back again to discuss another episode of Married to Medicine, episode 12. I had to look at the damn notes. Listen, y'all want to talk about the foolery and the fuckery over here at Jack and House? If y'all don't, y'all know I do, so fuck it.
It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. It's nobody else but me, AJ Red. It's your boy. So I'm back again to discuss another episode, like I said before, Married to Medicine, Season 9, Episode 12. But before we get into all that shit, let me take a time right now to thank all of the new subscribers who have joined the channel. I really appreciate you guys so much. If this is your first video, please go ahead and now hit that notification bell so that you can be one of the first ones to actually see these videos when I upload them. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That's the like button. That's the thumbs up button. The like button. So that I can see you all and know that you came by. And not only that, please drop in and leave a comment. And that's also for my old subscribers. I love you guys so much more and dearly because you guys have been with me since day one. And I really appreciate you all. Like I said, if it was not for you guys, there would be no me, not in the physical, but here, having this platform being such a success. So I really want to take the time out to say I thank you guys and I love you guys for that. But really quickly, moving right on with the show, Married to Medicine. Season 9, episode 12. We are, coming back into the this episode, basically acknowledging the fact that Anila once again her house was ramshacked. They went through her shit, took all her expensive jewelry, took fur coats, all kinds of shoes and whatnot, probably suits. They cleaned the whole motherfucking closet out. Basically, they went upstairs finally. They were downstairs talking about it, discussing it, the aftermath, and trying to get themselves together, still collect themselves with the children and all this other shit here. But when they got up to the closet, and when the camera went into them jewelry boxes in that closet, it looked like they took everything but the motherfucking closet door. You hear me? And it seems like they must have known where everything was, like it was a setup on somebody's part. Now, we'll get to that in a moment. But, yeah, still in that part, I'm trying to find out, I still say, what in the fuck was their mind on? They didn't have security. They didn't have all the expensive jewelry, at least in a safe, a wall safe, a floor safe, where it would make it way more difficult for criminals to get in. I mean, y'all feeling too safe with your money. Y'all over there feeling like because you're in a gated fucking community that nobody else can get into your house. Apparently, it don't take but the wrong person to let somebody in or to get past maybe even the guard gate if y'all have one. And if you don't, you're a goddamn fool because all that mammy fucking money you pay for that house, you should have somebody walking in premises and riding around that bitch on the golf cart or at least a patrol car riding through there every 5 minutes to check up on your motherfucking house. And with that being said, basically, not only do you need to refill your closet with the insurance money I'm sure y'all had on all that shit y'all had up in that house. So that's why I do feel sorry for Anila and Kieran, because having someone else in your home and invading your shit and touching all your stuff, being in there without your permission, is pretty much tainting. I've had it happen to me before, more than once, and I can guarantee you it is not a good feeling. But with that being said, still, like, in aspects of the missing merchandise, I'm not feeling all that sympathetic because, like I said, where was the wall safe? Where was the code on the door that when y'all punch it, when y'all leave, or where was, the security system that if an intruder gets in, an alarm goes off immediately, or the dogs come out and bite them on their motherfucking ass or some shit. Something happens. Your shit is better protected than what it was, because it seems as though you set yourself up for the letdown. Now, with that being said, also I'm trying to find out why it took them to be robbed to now for Kieran to go around and set all these old ring ass fucking cameras around now instead of contacting ATD or ADT and letting them people come by the house and install a nice keypad and a couple of sensors on the windows and all this good stuff here. My whole thing, the camera ain't gonna see but somebody coming and taking your shit or fucking y'all up real good if y'all happen to be up in there the next time when they decide to break up in the house, if there is a next time, God forbid there is. But what I'm saying is, cameras don't do but capture the activity. Now, I don't know if they have the kind of ring system because they didn't show a keypad, which I'm sure it's very safe to have not shown the keypad punching in your fucking code to your house with a security system, especially when you just got robbed for everything that you have. But I didn't even see an ADT on the wall. I saw ring cameras everywhere. Y'all should have went over there and called ADT or one of those really good, well-known, expensive alarm companies and had them install all the works in this son of a bitch. I mean, everything. I'm talking about laser beams at night. We go to bed, and I'm talking about ninja type shit. Dogs being let out of the cage. That's been trained. Eat nothing but raw meat. Like, just fuck some shit up real good at night as somebody lay around and get up in the house. So y'all won't be threatened in the middle of the night. Take better precaution. Them ring cameras just don't get a good idea of you being fucked up or bust over the head with a fucking vase of their choice in your house. Just fucked up real good. I vote that y'all go down there and talk to somebody professional because y'all seem to be, when y'all have money, y'all get a little dumb. So go down there and call the ADT, Kieran, and let them come by the house and assess the thing and put something up there that's going to help y'all through the time for the next go-round. What else we got? Moving on to Quad, because we're going to come back to Kieran and Anila, because they still got some more fuckery coming up in the show. But moving on to Quad, ain't much going on over there at Quad's house other than all of a sudden now Quad deciding to carry motherfucking Bone when she need to be over there on the other side of Georgia or Macon somewhere, whatever the fuck she at, Alpharetta, whatever part she lives in, and getting little Mason some etiquette classes. Because if you can't teach a little man how to eat at the table, you can't. They say a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man. So with that being said, you need to get a father figure in his life. You need to let him go there with Eugene and hang out with those boys so he can learn some table etiquette and maybe learn how to cook some of that shit. Because the boy, he really good at eating, but we ain't seen Mason getting there and cook a goddamn thing. He might set up a couple of balloons or help set the table or some shit like that. But Mason ain't about to get up there and help in the kitchen and cook. But get that boy some etiquette classes. Cecil and Simone with this book. Now, in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, I was all for the book. I wanted to see what the book was about. I wanted to hear what they had to say as far as their marriage and the 25 years of being together, the success of that, the down in the trenches together with that, I didn't think we were going to make it at times, moments and that kind of deal. I was here for it. But now, over the last few episodes, I'm like, maybe we should back up off of this book just for a little while and finish marriage counseling or get a little further in marriage counseling and really get into the meat and potatoes of what really troubled our marriage and got us to the point of damn near divorce. And basically saying that because when they called Omarosa up on the telly, what you call that shit, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever you want to call it, when they called her up, she was telling them, shit, there's a big part of the story that's missing in the book. And basically that is, y'all mentioned that y'all came close, really, really close to getting a divorce, but you all left out the part as to why, the how, the people want to know. That's going to be the thing that y'all, get your book put up on the #1 bestsellers list in New York City or whatever they're trying to go for over there in the Big Apple. But she hit a really soft spot, a really sore spot for the both of them. So basically, it seems as though they've been going through marriage counseling, they've been getting better, but they still haven't gotten to that nucleus of what caused that damn near divorce. I honestly think, shit, whatever therapist they got, they need to go ahead and find that one that Drew and Ralph using over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because my thing is, if y'all damn near met divorce, my whole thing going to marriage counseling, that should be the first thing the marriage counselor want to address. That's because that's the biggest damn thing. Let's get this hurdle right here and work on some of the other stuff on the outskirts to make sure y'all still make a good, happy couple when y'all get down to the house. Let's go through a tough talk. That kind of, get that shit up on the table. If you got any beef, I always say take it out in the grill and cook it. Shit. Especially if you know what you're doing with a grill and some charcoal and some wood chips. Saying a little barbecue sauce don't hurt nobody. Actually bring folk together. If that don't do you no good, going over yonder ways to Jamaica and get that KFC bucket. They tell me that brings people back together all the time. It's a magical chicken. But yes, they need to continue marriage counseling first. Kind of put the book on a hold and kind of go to marriage counseling and kind of ask to and be ready for that hard conversation and the discussion of what almost got them to sign them papers and exit and go, opposite ways. You guys have to go in and go through the hard shit first. Some people don't like to go through the hard questions or have the hard conversations, but that's the problem. And that's where a lot of shit don't get solved. And then down the line, when you think all that shit is finished and it's over with and it's dead, you've gotten through it, you've gotten over it, and now you're on another project or doing something else, the shit comes up in some kind of light, and then now you have to address it. So why not just address the shit head on? If you intend on being together anyways, it don't matter. Just talk about it, have your difference of opinion, and realize we agreed to disagree, but we agreed. We agreed that was something that was in our relationship or our marriage that was fucking with the thing, and so we had to get rid of it. And so we did that. So now let's focus on this, and get this back on track. Eugene finally got a new job, y'all. Eugene said, fuck the ER. He was tired of going down up and working all them shifts, because he was tired of Toya making all these jokes up on the show talking about how he work all night, sleep all motherfucking day. He can't get his dick up. He ain't got no big dick. He got a little dick, all this extra bullshit here. So Eugene got tired of hearing all those compliments that Toya kept giving him on the show. And he decided it was also burnout from COVID, which I could definitely understand. He had seen too many dead bodies. He had gone through some shit mentally himself. He had seen more death than he should have had to. Because honestly, like all this war and shit and doctors and with the COVID and all that stuff, our bodies are not designed to actually witness all that tragedy. Our brains are not rigged to take on all that fuckery, all that death, and so much. Because we deal with death on a basis, anyways. Friends and family and loved ones or whomever, co-workers and stuff like that. And we have to understand and realize that going into a time as such as like war or being in the time of COVID as a medical professional, taking care of some of those people that were COVID positive and pretty much dying or doing their best to be to pull through on a ventilator, and then seeing some of them doing good one moment and then the next, shit, they go on to join Big Retha and Della Reese over there in the great beyond with Whitney and the rest of them over there in the heavens. And that's a lot. And we're not meant to take and see all that kind of death. And that's one of the things I think was getting to him also. So I'm glad he has another job. I'm so proud of him getting the hell out of there, like Dr. Damon did, got out of that ER medicine and trying to, move the calmer waters and something more easing and giving him more time at home with his family. He say, fuck, he even got weekends off now. He got Saturday and Sunday to sit around, watch football, hang with his boys and cook and grill and, sex Toya up and down and stuff with his little peanuts, that kind of stuff. With his little dang-a-lang. And her words, not mine. So don't nobody look at me and say a goddamn thing about I said shit. His own wife put him out there on the thing. Got nothing to do with me. Jackie was given a new doctor. Y'all see her practice is really, 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 really booming. She has so much going on. As you see, even Curtis had to go down the list and he said, fuck, I need more people. Of all the things that Jackie is doing, I have to say, I think Jackie is the most successful of the show. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all agree or not, of course. I'm pretty sure y'all agree. But she's done so many things and bringing in other doctors so that she can have more time at home to enjoy married life and her husband and her new mansion, and the fruit, basically enjoying the fruits of her labor. But y'all know Jackie is not just gonna sit on her ass. She got plans to do something else with outreach and something and other something another. So y'all still be on the lookout for Jackie because Jackie ain't done yet. And like one of you all said in the comments on the last episode, I did say I thought Jackie was gonna be the one exiting. But looking back on this episode, I'm guessing honestly, Jackie is here to stay. She's not about to go anywhere. She's just elevating, in what she does. And I still think she like she said, she's always going to be practicing medicine. That's just a part of who she is. But it tickled me when she brought that doctor up, and now she went and bought that woman that Gucci pocketbook to walk around that hospital and shit up in there, or even the clinic. But when that woman turned around and asked her to start buying some pink gloves, Jackie said, shit, you know how much pink gloves cost? She said, fuck that. I ain't buying no pink gloves. She said, I tell you what, we'll get them pink gloves if you wouldn't take a pay cut. I bet her motherfucking ass had to turn her motherfucking face then. She turned around and said, oh, don't worry about it. We can take purple gloves. I mean, why the fuck does it matter? It's not like y'all working in oncology. Now, if it was going to be breast cancer awareness month, I would understand that, but no. You better wear them damn purple gloves and like them. I wish my job gave me a Gucci pocketbook. When I got down to the job, my first day as a welcoming gift to the thing, shit. Now I ain't even say nothing. But I wish, I wish my job would give me something Gucci. You know, on my first day to the job, or anniversary, or some shit like that. But you know, then the big leagues, Jackie got murdered. Toya and Eugene planning little Ashton's birthday party. God damn. Little man said he wanted what it was, Wagyu steak. That was one of the most expensive pieces of motherfucking cut of beef on the goddamn market. He know his meats. He been watching Google or looking at YouTube and finding out from somebody, maybe especially probably this fancy ass mama over here, finding out what the fancy filet mignon is. Filet mignon. Filet mignon is. Listen, my head is fucked all up real quick for the one time. I got it. I got him on script. I'm not gonna fall off like Wendy. I'm here. I'm in this bitch. But listen, he learned a lot of expensive ways very quickly. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I like the child's taste. You know, I don't fuck with beef, but my thing is if you gonna eat it, at least know what the fuck you want and know the best of it and have good taste in it, right? Don't be no low budget bitch. You know what you like. And be able to afford it, because he knew one thing for certain and two things for sure. If they weren't out of Wagyu or whatever the fuck he was he asked for, he knew his mama and daddy was going to still buy it. It was going to pay for it. They talked that shit, but it was going to pay for it. Why you say that, AJ Red? Because look around and look at the goddamn meat bill at the butcher block in the first place. $384 just for meat. And they ain't buy just motherfucking them steak. As you can see, they bought other shit. You know, they still had to buy the cake and all that. And I'm not saying they should have gave the boy no cheap birthday party. He asked for something real simple, a birthday dinner, which again, like I said, is very elegant for what I think he was 12, turning 12. That's very elegant and very mature for a young gentleman of his age. To say, I just want a private little dinner at the house with me and some of my friends. I just wanted to be real fucking fancy, like we went down to the steakhouse. Only thing is, me and Daddy gonna get in the kitchen and put that shit together for him real quick. And that mac and cheese looked delicious, Eugene. Eugene, when I come down there to Atlanta again, you got to meet me somewhere and just bring me just like a bowl of that mac and cheese, because that shit looks delicious. I mean, listen, it was all creamy and cheesy, and it had the right amount of pepper in it. Ain't nothing like a good macaroni and cheese. Hallelujah. I mean, like, my grandmother made one of the best ones, and I know her recipe, and I make the shit like 3 or 4 different ways. But, like, look, the way it looked, listen, I almost wanted to reach through the screen and try to scoop lick one of them motherfuckers through the screen and get some of that cheese up off of it, because it looked real good. Velveeta-licious is what it looked like to me. But anyway, moving on. When they actually gave the party actually turned out really, really nice. The children conducted themselves very well, although, like Toya said, the parents just dropped their kids the fuck off at the sidewalk and took the fuck off. They didn't walk them in with a gift in their hand, not a balloon, not no ribbons in the sky for not a motherfucking thing. Get out, go on in there, the door open, and honk that horn, open that fucking door, and go on up in there. Tell her text me when y'all ready, about 30 minutes to the hour. Because, you know, they going to do some motherfucking shit real quick, because they less a child at the house right now. They going to do some other shit. So, but they just dropped them off, went on about their business. All the children came in and behaved well. The little boy that did the toast, he did pretty good. It was an elegant birthday party for a 12-year-old, and it was very tastefully done. Like Toya said, they might have spent a little over $1,000 for it. I mean, yeah, they got it, you know, and I think the kid, he deserves it. Your parents got money. Fuck, why not? Wood them cherry. Get what the fuck they asked for. Jackie says, listen, I done staffed this joint up. I done got so busy. I done put so many doctors up in here. She came to the point where she was so happy to grab her shit at around about 2:30, and get her pocketbook, her wig, her high heels, and her keys, and she got the fuck ghost and got on up in the car and told them ladies, I'm got to go. Made it to her motherfucking mansion, she said, before sundown, which ain't normal for her. But at the end of the day, I'm actually really proud of her for stepping up. And like she said, she should have done it years ago. She should have done it before her and Curtis got to that part of him cheating and all this other shit. Had she just heard him out back then, but she was so passionate about her job, which is understandable. But you have to have equal passion when you ask this man, to be your husband, or you took on the role of his wife. I'm pretty sure he understood that you had a passion for your job, but he went and took and retired and say, fuck them kids down into that basketball stadium. I need some time for myself, for me and my wife, or whatever. But I wish Curtis had given her a child, at least by adoption or something, because that's what she really wanted the most. And if he really, 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 really wanted to make her day or brighten her motherfucking year up or her life, he would go ahead right now and go and adopt a child, about 10, 11, 12, something like that, maybe. And give Jackie that child she never had and always wanted. Heavenly's mother's passing. They talked about, and I'm just moving through the show, y'all, because I'm not, like I told you, I'm not gonna be on here all night fucking around with these crazy ass ladies. And y'all go watch the show then. But anyway, Heavenly's mother's passing, I'm sure, of course it happened. I'm filming now here in fucking October. I'm pretty sure Heavenly's mother, I think, passed in December of 21. But although, regardless of still, my heart still goes out to her for the passing of her mother. Heavenly, you still to this day have my condolences. Even with that being said, a lot of shit came to light. And like I told y'all, shit always plays a part sometime with people in their family. And we came to find out that Heavenly and her sister fucking hate each other. Basically, it's like, Wicked Witch of the North and Wicked Witch of the motherfucking South. Whichever was the wickedest, I'm thinking about now is probably gonna be Heavenly, because like Jackie said, Heavenly came from a time where she didn't have, from a lifestyle or a childhood where she didn't have very many friends. She was a large girl. She got picked on. She had short hair and all these things. When you find one of them little girls you name Waukesha or Bonquisha or some shit, Marquetta or Marquita or some shit, that was kind of, and I'm not picking on nobody's name, but I'm just telling you my experience in my elementary school, some of the girls I had dealings with. When they people see them as an outcast, for some reason or another, whether it's their clothes, their weight, their hair, the way they carry themselves, where they live. It's always that kind of shit. And that's why I say it's fucked up we have that same kind of bullshit between one another when it's already done to us enough outside of our own culture. So y'all need to check that shit at the door, because that ain't right. But she came from that childhood where she didn't have very many friends. And then her sister was actually the popular one in school. Her sister was that girl, that everybody loved. Everybody wanted to be her friend. And apparently her sister didn't care about bringing Heavenly up to that standard or still recognizing her as her sister during that time. And therefore, some kind of way it forged a wedge between them of a sisterly hate. And I guess to this day, I thought when she said that the sister said she'll keep it with her and she'll just kind of foot the bill, I thought they kind of had a relationship where they talk on the slick, but she feel like it's nobody else's business. And eventually, now that the mom has passed, maybe we'll see more of the sister maybe on the show as a friend or something like that. Because I've never seen Heavenly's sister. I didn't know she had a sister, but she said something about her. But she's always had to defend herself and be that mean, turn to that mean girl, that vicious girl. So that's why I say I know whichever which is the wickedest by now, it's gonna be her motherfucking ass. Because the other sister done lived her life, did her thing, done had her popularity. Where she lives on the spectrum of as to her finances or her house, what she does for a living, I don't know. If you do know, drop down in the comments and let me know. Maybe I'll take the time to find out, be nosy, look up in Heavenly's business. But right now, we'll see. We'll just let this play out and see. But with her mom passing, like I said, I found out that they really, really do not like each other, she and her sister. And she explained why, which I just went over that backstory a moment ago. Heavenly was more. You can tell she was distraught about her mother passing, But at the same time, like Simone said, she knew it was going to happen, so she had time to kind of prepare herself. Again, it's something you can never replace. You know, Jackie said she lost her mother before. I'm blessed enough to still have my parents, you know, and thankful enough to still have my parents. So I don't know what that feels like. I don't want to know. And I can say I can imagine. And even the thought of it makes me lose my breath and makes my heart like slow down and damn near fall out. So I'm like, no, I don't ever really want to be in that place. So I can only imagine how she actually felt. Quad was basically, they had a gathering, they had a gathering at Jackie's house. And somewhere along the way, I guess Jackie decided, you know, these bitches ain't coming up in my house. You know, y'all gonna stay outside because y'all don't know how to behave. Y'all like to fight and shit, and y'all got over there to Quad's house and tore up her shit. Y'all not finna come up here and tell mine. So what I'm gonna do for y'all is I'm gonna set up a couple of fire pits outside. I'm gonna make sure y'all not too cold out there. You know, get y'all together. I'm gonna bring a barbecue truck to come on out, you know, to set up for some barbecue sandwiches and all this good shit, some brisket and all that y'all will fuck with. Jackie probably ate something vegan. She probably ate barbecue lettuce or some shit. I don't know. But when they got into when Jackie finally let the heathens up in the fucking house, you know, to sit down at the table and have a discussion, which Jackie's house is fucking amazing. That table, oh my God, it is everything. But anyway, they began to have conversation, and Toya got, you know, offended. You know, they were talking about Anila's situation, and Quad was basically hinting at the fact that Toya was the one that actually set up the whole situation, that let the people in the gate. Well, Toya says, well, fuck it, I had a Christmas party or whatever it was from 1 o'clock to something to 1 a.m. or whatever, and I don't see anybody in my crew going over to your house or going over to the girl's house fucking with her shit. Now, and with that being said, I don't know. I'm still saying I'm hoping Toya wouldn't do something like that. Or maybe it happened, she didn't do it, and maybe one of her people. I don't know. I'm just going to say I hope she didn't. Bottom line. Because I don't want to put no shit out there for nobody be talking about I said this or that, because I'm not going to deal with that kind of shit. But in the end, what I want to say is this. I think that, I mean, of course they have to keep some drama going and some bullshit going. I'm not going to say it's not cool if they don't point Toya out, because Toya made everybody really give her the side eye, including, shit, where this girl at? Contessa. When she was trying to take her forward and shit, and she was like, I just don't see that being the case. Like, you know, it's a plenty of maybe Toya would do, but I just don't think she would go that far. Shit, everybody else was like, yeah, whatever. And especially Quad was really down to the fact thinking that Toya would have done some shit so devious. I'm sorry, y'all, my shit dry. But for some reason, I don't know what the fuck happened. Toya and Quad exchanged words for a second about the situation, because Toya was like, well, maybe she's a liar, you know, something like that to that effect. And then that's what made Contessa and the rest of them look at her like, well, and even Simone was looking like, well, what the fuck? Did you really set this shit up or allow this shit to happen or help it happen? You know? But somewhere along the way, the shit got twisted. I don't know what happened with the camera. Now, I didn't leave the room. I didn't go my fat ass to the kitchen this time. I didn't even go to pee. What I did was, I sat right there, I looked directly at the screen, and all of a sudden, something flipped and switched, and then came back, and all of a sudden, you know, Heavenly was just popping off saying, anybody gonna put shit on me? Anybody gonna say nothing, put nothing in my mouth? When Heavenly, you know good motherfucking well, you the one that started the motherfucking shit down to the thing at Quad's Christmas party. You was the one that whispered up in Toya's ear about the fucking rumor. And then told her Anila and Zane, or whatever the girl name was, said the shit. But you didn't start nothing, and you want nobody's name in your mouth. Now, this is my thing. That's why I said I be questioning Quad and her motive, Heavenly and her motive. Because you do all that shit, and then you lie. You start the mess, then you come over there and defend yourself, and then you want to get up and say, fuck this shit. My mama just died. I'm finna leave up out of here. I ain't got time. You bitches can kiss my ass and climb a tree. Well, listen. I understand your mama just died, but bitch, you still got to take your truth. Just because your mama died don't mean you can sit up here and lie about you and sit up there and start that shit, or help spread that rumor, or at least whisper that shit in this girl's ear at that Christmas party. So I don't understand how Heavenly be doing shit, acting like she's so fucking innocent. I'm glad you keep your hands clean when you be washing them people, digging up them folks' mouths and carrying on. Because your hands ain't never clean on this motherfucking show. You be tripping too hard sometimes. But then, she just got up and left out. And even Toya was like, the bottom line is you try to ruin my marriage. I was talking some shit. I wasn't talking directly to Heavenly. I was talking about Anila. But at the same time, you want to take up for the bitch. We can all be some fighting motherfuckers up in here. If you're going to take up for quick, bitch, we can all be some fighting motherfuckers up in this bitch. Now bring your ass. That's all Toya was saying. And I can understand that, bitch. Don't lie on me or my relationship or my marriage because you want to get some shit across or get some fire started. Because when I lay around and bust back, bitch, you're not gonna be able to duck. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, gotcha, get you. But anyway, but Toya stated her case. She said she wasn't really that sympathetic because she saw what Heavenly was doing. You started all this shit and then I wasn't even talking to you, and then all of a sudden you done popped off talking about don't put your name in nothing. Get the fuck on up out of here. So Toya says basically, fuck her. I'm sorry for her mama passing, but fuck her, let her go about her business. So Heavenly goes storming outside screaming for Damon. She ready to go how about the bitch put her name in this and she ain't gonna go for that. Her mama just died. She not gonna go for this and that and the third. And then as they stroll down the sidewalk going up to the thing, she hollers, cause I ain't bothered cause my husband dick is big. And who else turned around and looked when that statement was made was Eugene. Eugene turned around and looked like, somebody say my name? Well, I guess when you used to your wife calling you Lil Dick Moses or Lil Dick Louis on the show, I guess now you know your name because you done seen these episodes at some point by now. And you ain't saying shit. And the other girls are coming back telling you what they say. Or at least somebody's coming back telling you what's been said. I'm sure it's gotten back to Eugene before this taping even concluded. I'm sure it's gotten back to him. But he turned around and looked so hard. It was so fucking funny to me and it tickled me because it's like he knew his name. It was like somebody said, Rudolph. And he turned around and looked. So, Heavenly's going on about her business, but then Simone runs out there and gonna talk to her and different shit and tell her, it's a horrible thing when you lose your mom. Not Heavenly, Contessa. Contessa runs out to catch Heavenly and tells her, although we've had our differences, I did not know your mom passed. I do sincerely apologize that your mom is passed, and I sympathize with you because I've lost my mom and I know what it feels like. So I can tell you, you can't sit here and tell me, bitch, in this moment, I've never felt that pain and I don't know what you're feeling right now because I do. In that likes, and Contessa actually sympathized with Heavenly. She gave her a hug, although Heavenly stood there like some dry totem pole, cold ass bitch out there in the snow and didn't hug this woman back, batting them big ass motherfucking individual eyelashes. She didn't say thank you. She didn't say appreciate you or nothing, just being cold, standing out there. How does she can be standing out there in the freezing cold? And probably off some Jack Daniels, some fucking Hennessy. Just like that. But Simone was telling Toya, you say you're not bothered, you're not worried. I know you have a bigger heart. I know this is bothering you. I know you're hurt. I know you're hurt behind the rumor that was put out about you. Now, they is saying that she done did the shit. Some of the bitches is saying that she done fucked around and fucked with somebody over there in the regional area of the community behind the gates over there, or the mansions. I don't know if it's a security guard, the man on the car, or the man that's supposed to be on the car riding around checking on the houses, or if it's another mansion owner. I don't know who it was. Apparently it wasn't Kieran because, Anila ain't bothered. So I don't know who the fuck it was that she done fooled around and slept with. But Simone was basically telling Toya, you need to heal yourself and talk about this and do all this and that and the third. But at the end of the day, like I said, Heavenly was wrong in her actions. But I know she had to show up for work and do the damn thing and keep the mess going and keep the shit popping. But in the end, I really don't understand how Anila, and why did she, I was going to say, why did she come over into the situation? But, she's in a state of shock and all this different stuff. She's scared to leave the house. And apparently, it's just a sense of security. I understand that. But just because you live in a gated community don't mean a fucking thing. You still got to protect your house at all costs. Period. Didn't the Purge teach y'all anything? So, what else I was going to say? Oh, and I thought back on a moment, too, before they went in the house, I wanted to say this. How I think it was Simone and somebody else when got their food, and then Heavenly when got Damon's food, or Toya. Toya made Eugene go get her shit, you know what I'm saying, and then bring it to the table. But Heavenly was killing the other girls, was telling them, you know, basically y'all don't cater to y'all man and do nothing for y'all men like y'all should. And Simone was telling her, bitch, listen, I don't need to do all that. I'm good. I give him what he needs. I give him what's required. She said if he wants some head, I give him that. He wanted doggy style, she said I give him that. She said if he want to hit in the back of the truck, I give him that. The bottom line is, she said I give him what's required, what he needs. I don't have to cater to him in every given moment, you know, like some kind of fucking maid. And like I say, women are not to be maids. I'm not going to just say women. Your mate is not your motherfucking maid. Okay, your children are not your fucking maid, but your mate is not your maid. Mate don't equal maid. It's mate and maid. No. And so I don't think that's a requirement either. I think that if that's something that you want to do, if that's something you like to do to please your significant other, you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's sweet. It's nice. I love it, you know, on both ends, you know, but some of the other girls was like, fuck that, you know, I don't have time for that. I'm going to give me a brisket sandwich. If he was cold, if he was hungry, he'd have walked his ass over here with me and got this plate. You know what I'm saying? But just because I ain't giving this brisket, don't mean I won't give him them biscuits. So she was like, it's all good. And Curtis was like, shit, sucking it? Doggy style? Curtis was like, shit, who needs food? Right? Jackie had to punch the fuck out of him. He's like, who needs food? But anyway, that's all I got for these girls. They was cutting up a little light of dash too much for me. But I like it. It brings a little spice to the group. I think they ought to keep it up. But at least be more honest with each other and stop being so damn petty. Be a little more adult-like about it. If you're going to be messy, bitch, just let everybody know you're being messy. The camera see it anyway, and know they're going to show it. Bravo going to show the shit anyway, and we going to see it, and bitches like me going to comment on it. As long as you keep doing it, especially you lying about it. But anyway, before I go, new subscribers again, please now hit the notification bell if you have not already. And thank you for joining the group. New subscribers, thank you for joining the group. Hit the notification bell for those of you who are the first timers. Hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up. Old subscribers, thank you so much again for stopping by, keeping your faithfulness to the family as always, as usual. I really appreciate y'all. I've been tongue-tied as fuck. My throat is dry as shit. You know, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know, I gotta check it. I keep drinking water and whatnot. Maybe I need me a cough drop or some shit. Anyway, share with somebody you know. Share with somebody you don't know. Share with a motherfucker you like. Share with some bitch you don't even care nothing about. Because if you don't like me, I'm pretty sure they will. Because you do. You keep coming by here. I see 76,000 of y'all keep stopping by. Like I said, stop playing this shit and go hit the goddamn notification bell. And subscribe. Subscribe. I can't say it enough. There's more that I want to help with than do. But I need y'all's help as well. But for those of you who have stuck with me and who are new to me, thank you. And more to come. So much more to come. But anyway, love yourself real good, and love on anybody else who's willing to love on you in the same in return. And take care of yourselves. Until the next video, y'all take care. All right.